Today, we're gonna cook some rosemary smoked king oyster mushrooms. Very simple, and it cooks in 40 minutes. First, we prep the mushrooms. Very simple, you just slice them in half, trying to not break the top. For some optional presentation, I like to score it. Don't have to do this, by the way, but it comes out very beautiful. This was a completely accidental dish. I was very lazy roasting some king oyster mushrooms in the oven, and I had some leftover rosemary. So I just threw them at the top without even bothering mixing them. It turned out rosemary, as long as you don't wash them, they have just the right amount of essential oil to burn just the right way to smoke your mushrooms without setting off your fire alarms. Now, we're gonna coat them with a bit of olive oil for some even browning. You can drain them off later, so don't worry if you think you're adding too much. A bit of salt, pepper, and just mix a bit. Just to make sure, I'm gonna add a bit more. Season the other side. It looks like they're getting absorbed now, but once it hits the heat, they would be squeezed out, so don't worry too much. Presentation side up, and this goes into the oven at 200 degrees Celsius. The reason why I didn't add the rosemary right away is because the mushroom's gonna release most of its moisture in the first 15 minutes. So we're gonna take them out after 15 minutes, drain off the excess liquid, and then we'll add the rosemary on top to brown the mushrooms and smoke the rosemary a bit. I'll see you then. It's been 15 minutes. We check on the mushrooms. You see the moisture that is being evaporated. We lower the heat to 180 in anticipation of the rosemary. As you can see, even though there's not a lot of moisture out on the tray, there was a lot of steam coming out, and they have reduced in size quite a bit. So now we add the rosemary. Don't wash them. They have to be dry to have the smoky effect. We add them on top like this. We don't want them to touch the tray, because then they would soak up all the moistures. One here, maybe a small one for this. You don't want to cover it too much because you still want the browning to occur as well. So we save the rest for garnish. This goes back in to a 180 oven. You do not want to open the oven. You want to trap in the rosemary smoke. After almost 30 minutes, we check on the mushrooms. As you can see, the rosemary have all dried out and slightly burnt a bit, and the whole room smells like rosemary right now. Of course, we remove the burnt ones. They've done their duties. And the mushrooms, they are just crispy on the outside and still soft and juicy on the inside. Very different texture from the sauteed version of the mushrooms. All right, now to plate. We're simply gonna garnish with the rest of the rosemary. If you're gonna use them for another dish, don't waste them. And now, we plate. I think that's a beautiful portion for one. And it will be a wonderful side dish to a steak, to anything that's meaty. And you can really smell the rosemary even now. And there you have it. This is rosemary smoked king oyster mushrooms. I really hope you enjoy.